Welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Blue series where we talk about Chelsea FC. And today is going to be our, in-season recap of the entire season. I'm going to give my perspective on what I think should happen this offseason, how I think the season went. Do I think Potts should come back and all the above? It's going to be a relatively longer video, so please watch it to the end. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think and how do you favor my opinions. Because I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about some of the things that I have to say, about some of the squad depth things, and what all that means. But anyway, so we're gonna start off by talking about the season overview completely. To finish sixth, have a chance at fifth if Tottenham lost again on the weekend against Sheffield, but we didn't think that was going to happen. Chelsea finished sixth, like I said, on 63 points, 18 wins, 9 draws, 11 losses. After finishing 12th last season under Graham Potter, I think that's a pretty good bounce back season from Mauricio Pochettino. I think when my biggest thing when I look at the team, I look at what happened this offseason or with this season. Our squad was filled with a lot of ups and downs. There were so many injuries, and injuries pretty much killed the club. From like 90%, a lot of our starters were hurt at one point. I'm talking about Levi Chilwell, Christian Nkunku, Mark Cucurella, Robert Sanchez, Reece James, our captain, Ben Chilwell as well, Roma Lieva. I don't think he played a single game. Actually, might have played one. I don't know if he played for Chelsea this season. Carney as well, Trevor Chalobah, and Wesley Fofana, who didn't play a single minute all season long. All of those guys were hurt and banged up a long percentage of the season, especially Christian Nkunku. This is a big blow to the team. Reece James took a big blow to the team. And so when you look at that, and to have two starting left backs out as well at the same time, and Cucurella and Ben Chilwell, that just did not help the club whatsoever. But when I look at this team, and I see a lot of potential for good. I know that the club has not come out and confirmed if they're going to keep Mauricio Pochettino yet or not. I truthfully hope they do. I think at this point, I am satisfied with what he has done enough for this season. I want to talk about a couple more things before I get to Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea legend Thiago Silva has now gone. He has gone to I don't remember the club name, Brazilian club name. He'll be 40 this fall. Big thank you to Thiago Silva, incredible player that we've had for the past 4 seasons, Champions League winner, so many cup winnings. So for one, that's absolutely incredible from him. Big ups him, and he'll definitely be missed. His experience in the back and with his entire team will be missed for the club. So I'm going to talk about a couple different players. I'm going to give my opinion. Currently, I'm going to give my opinion on Nuni Madueke. I think from the start of the season, I wanted Pochettino to run we ran a 4-2-3-1 this season, and I wanted him to run that front four of Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer, Mudryk, and Madueke. I wanted those 4 to be up top for a large amount. I've been yelling at him. If you can go back and check the videos of one yelling at him back in December to do it. And then he finally did it with like the last 10 games of the season left. And it worked. My thing when I look at Nuni, when I look at Mikado Mudryk and Nicholas Jackson, I see 3 very young players. I think none of them are over the age of 24. I see 3 players who want to develop and do great and be great. It's just hard for them at this point. But when I look at Madueke, I see a player who's incredible, who has insane talent, but he's still young and he's still very, very selfish. I see that a lot from game to game, and it frustrates me. Like I'll see him, we saw the penalty spot debacle that he's had more than once this entire season. We've seen him want to, take it on his own and just instead of putting a ball in across or switching the field of play or whatever the case may be, he kicks it and just has a terrible shot. And we've seen it all from these guys, and that's okay. I think I like Nuni. I think he obviously should stay, and I think there is some development that's still going to be needed. But he's had a great season, or a good season this year. And I'm excited to see what happens next year. I think, and I'll talk about what I think we should go get out in the summer. But I think, when it comes to the wingers position, Mudryk and Madueke should have those positions shored up. I wouldn't be upset if Chelsea goes out and get another player in that position who's better or more developed, I'd say. But you just have to wait and see what Pacha's idea is, if it's going to be Pacha or not. But yeah, so when it comes to Mikhailo Mudryk, I know so many people are very hot and cold on Mudryk. I think the kid's incredible. I think what he has done for what he has gotten an opportunity for this season. Poch mainly for the most part, he only went with Mudryk after December. I think it was a little bit January, February where he started putting Mudryk and Madueke both into this team. Sterling was getting a bulk of the minutes before that. And then I think that went away when Mudryk started playing really well. Granted, he was banged up a little bit, but when he did come back and Poch started believing in him and trusting him, put him in the squad, he goes out and get goals. He goes out and gets assists. He goes out and becomes a true difference maker in the squad. And I think there was a couple of times tactically I saw anyway, Mudryk and Madueke and Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher at times when he's playing at left mid, which to me just should never happen. We just see some of the players just get out of position and not know what they're doing. And so I think like when they get to that point, I think that's a coaching problem. And if Poch can guide these kids to the right place, and if he can guide them and put them in the right formation, the right tactics, and whatever the case may be, that's when this team will start clicking. That's when it started clicking. I mean, we saw a bunch of games this season go in our favor and become absolute blowouts. Game against Everton, we won 6-0. That is a perfect example. I mean, but then you look at the losses to Arsenal 6 or 5-0, and that shows how far we are off of winning the league. That game against Arsenal completely shows how far we're off from actually being a competitive team in the Premier League. Don't get me wrong, we've had a pretty good season and we've had our fair share of fun and some luck. But I mean, to beat Everton 5-0 or 6-0, to beat West Ham 5-0, to beat Tottenham 2-0. That's what it's about. That's how we have to play game in and game out. And if we can bring that into the start of next season, that will be so helpful. I mean, I just think Chelsea at this point, we're close, but then there's a lot of losses that hang over Pochettino's heads that are pretty questionable. I think the tie against Brentford 2-2 is one of them. Wolves 4-2 loss. That's a very, very big problem. I know Liverpool were rolling back in January, but I mean to lose 4-1 is again a big question mark. What else? There's a bunch of games that are pretty bad losses for Chelsea. A draw 0-0 to Bournemouth as well. Losing to Nottingham Forest 1-0 in the Premier League. Losing to West Ham 3-1 was pretty bad as well. So, and that's an example of a couple of losses that could really change our season. We were one win away from being in that fifth position place. And there's still potential actually for Chelsea to win. I think Manchester City to get into Europe. Manchester City has to beat Manchester United in the FA Cup final in order for us to really to make it. I think that's what it was. And so hopefully we can get Europe next season. If not, it is what it is. But one could hope. But so I want to get back to some more talking about my opinion on some of our players. I want to talk about Nicholas Jackson. There was so many opportunities this season for Nicholas Jackson to grow and really show. I think he has grown and developed a lot this season. I'm not taking that away from it as well. I think he's 22 years old. There were some one-on-ones that he's had that just have been bad because of inexperience and youth and poor decision making. This isn't me ripping him apart whatsoever because I think the kid is a great number 2. But I think when we saw Christian Nkunku come on later in the season in the last couple of games, we just saw he just gets it. He understands. He's right there for it. And so I think Jackson should take the backseat role next season, and Nkunku should definitely start. Nicholas Jackson to me is a good player who just still needs time. Maybe a loan. I even though I don't think we should loan him out, I think we need the squad depth knowing our injuries. Maybe a loan will help him, but regardless, I want to give some praise. I think this season we have to give praise to this group of players I'm going to name. Gusto, Casado was incredible. Enzo was incredible, obviously. Cucurella in the last 10 when he was fit he was arguably one of the best players on the team. Cole Palmer, obviously. No one what this kid has done this season has been nothing short of excellent. Cole Palmer with 25 goals and 25 assists in all competitions, absolutely incredible from him. No, like one of the best players in the Premier League. He won the Young Player of the Season, and nothing but impressed by him. Alfie Gilchrist as well. When he needed his moments to come out and do his job, he was there. He did his job. Petrovic as well. Sorry, Petrovic in the goalkeeper position may have won himself a job. I'm gonna talk about what I think we should go after this summer in a second. But Petrovic was incredible throughout this entire season, and I've enjoyed watching those players. Especially those players gave their all every single game. Cucurella gave it his all every single game from start to finish. He was in everything. Alfie Gilchrist as well, Cole Palmer as well. I've truly enjoyed. Casado and Enzo at that sixth position have been nothing short of excellent. And to have a replacement when Reece James is hurt like like Gusto, unreal. Reece James going to be out for the first 4 games of the season because of suspension after getting that red card against Brighton. So we'll see what that is. We'll see. Hopefully Gusto will stay and just take that role in that position over. But I want to get into ranking or Pochettino. I want to talk about Poch a little bit because I know I started talking about him a little bit, but I want to really dive into the conversation. So if I had to rank Mauricio Pochettino on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put Mauricio Pochettino at 7.8 to a 8.1, 8.2. I think there are times where he has had a season. Well, at times the team in the season did not look good, and I think when I look at Mauricio Pochettino, having 27 wins, 10 draws, 14 losses, with what he had, the injuries, dealing with the management and all that stuff, I think you have to look at all those things. And so I think he did a good enough job. I think tactically he needs to be better earlier throughout the season. I think he needs to be better, and that's the main thing. He did his job. After January, Pochettino went on a rampage and did absolute wonders in the squad, and I think he deserves to have the nod back next season. I think we need some consistency when it comes to that manager position, and sacking Pochettino right now wouldn't be good enough. I don't know who we will go after. Listen, if we sack Pochettino, there's only one man who I think we should go after, and that's Thomas Tuchel. That is it. I don't think anyone else should touch this squad unless it's Thomas Tuchel. I'm just biased because I love Thomas Tuchel, but I think it should be Poch's next season. And, looking at the efficiency from this team, last season we had the likes of Kai Havertz, Sterling, Aubameyang, Juan Felix, and Mason Mount, Mikhailo Mudryk, and Christian Pulisic. Pulisic, 1 goal, 2 assists. Mount, 3 goals, 5 assists. Mudryk, 2 assists. Felix, 4 goals. Aubameyang, 3 goals and assists. Sterling and Kai Havertz both with 9 goals. Sterling with 4 assists. Kai with 1 assist. And to see the production of this team just go up drastically with Cole Palmer with 25 goals, 15 assists. Nicholas Jackson, 17 goals, 6 assists. Raheem Sterling, even though he didn't play that much, but came on as a sub with 10 goals, 8 assists. Mudryk with 7 goals, 2 assists. Nooney with 8 goals and 3 assists. That's the production that we need. That's production that we like as well. And I'm all for it. I'm all for that being our team and our ideology. And so that's what we need to do more. I think we keep Poch. I think we keep most of the team. And I'm gonna go into keep selling and loaning out some players. I did this video a little bit already, but I'm gonna go into it again. Not that one yet. So when I look at this team, I want to go and talk about every single player. When I start off, I'm going to start off with Robert Sanchez. I think we should sell him and go either sell him or convert him to our number two. I really love Petrovic so much. I really, really do. And I think we should give him the nod. But I think there are going to be a lot of people that are going to want to get a new goalkeeper. So some of the positions that I think that we're going to go after and get in this summer is a winger, potentially a center back, not knowing how Fafana is going to be, and a goalkeeper, a winger, center back, and a keeper. And that's what I think we'll go after this summer potentially. I don't think we need to buy a striker. I think when Nkuku comes back, he'll be incredible. Nicholas Jackson can be his backup, and anyone else who he wants to throw up there can be up there. But I don't think we need to go buy a striker. I don't think we need to be spending that much money on players like that right now. I don't think we need to be spending any money this season. I think we should sit, we should look at what we have, and then go through there. And so so we got Robert Sanchez, Petrovic. I think we should keep Petrovic. Desai, we're gonna keep him. Kukurea, keep. Oh my gosh, I always blank out his name. I'm gonna try. Let's keep him as well. Just because I think he adds some good squad depth, and he could potentially be a starter. Ben Chilwell, to me, him or Cuckoo are gonna get gone, just because they're gonna need to spend money or sell some players. I think we probably keep both of them. I hope we keep both of them. I definitely think we should keep Trevor Chalobah. He played absolutely incredible this season, towards the end of the season, and all season actually. I think we should keep Trevor without a doubt. He could play right back. He could play center back and CDM. Like, why not? Thiago Silva's gone. Obviously, we keep Reece James. Obviously, we keep Gusto. Obviously, we keep Colt Caldwell. We keep Fafana. Hopefully, he can play next season. $70 million that has not been put to good use yet. Hopefully, we can keep him. Keep Alfie as well. Sorry, get sold in my opinion. Enzo, we keep. This kid in the middle, I think we loan him out. Carney could either get loaned out or stay with the club. Connor, listen, people are going to hate me for what I'm about to say for Connor. I think Connor is absolutely incredible. I think if someone other than Tottenham comes calling for anywhere from $55 to $65 million, I think we sell him. I like Connor. I think Connor has played a big role, and he plays an incredible role when he's a 6. When he's only a 6, that's when he's good. But whenever Pochettino wants to move him to cam or left mid, it just doesn't make much sense to me. And so I think we keep Connor if we keep him as a 6, and if we keep him if no one comes calling for the right amount of money. Moise Caicedo, obviously he stays. I think we loan the kid back out. Hopefully Lieva gets healthy. I think we sell Raheem Sterling to Saudi without a doubt. That's the quickest thing. I think we make our money there. Makata Mudryk, I think we keep. Obviously Nooney, we keep. Nicholas Jackson, we keep. Christian Nkuku, we keep. Cole Palmer is a god, we keep. And we could potentially sell, loan those 2 other kids out if we need to. I'm gonna go talk about the on loans a little bit. I want to talk about the loan players a little bit. I'm gonna take about the main ones. So Kepa, I think we sell Kepa. I think we sell Matson to Dortmund. I think do him a favor, get him gone. Let him win the Champions League and stay there. I think we sell Lewis Hall, and if we don't sell him, bring him back to the club. I don't mind Lewis Hall and this team. Hutchinson, I think he's on loan now. Loan him back. Actually, he was at Ipswich, I think. I think we keep him at the club. Santos, I think we're going to bring a bunch of these guys we're going to actually bring back to the club and just stay and play first team minutes next year. I think Broja gets sold without a doubt. It's not even a debate. David Fofana gets loaned back out, if not in the squad. Lukaku gets sold, and then Ziyech gets sold as well. Those are all the things that I think that the Blues should do when it comes to the window this year. I just don't think we should be wasting time and money. Let's get some of these guys sold and get our books back in order. Let's look at the next thing I want to look at is the starting 11 for next year. Here's who I think the starting 11 should be. I'm excited to see what you guys have to think. Hopefully, Fofana is healthy. But this is it. I think we start Christian Nkunku at the top. I think we go with Cole Palmer at the cam position. Mutawake out wide on the right. Mudryk out wide on the left. Enzo Fernandez at CDM. Caicedo, Cucurella played incredible towards the end of the season. I think we play him at the left back position. Caldwell gets back healthy. Chalaba or Bakshides, I think that's his name. That's terrible, I know. Either of those two can start for me. I think both of those guys are incredible. Or we can go out and get us a center back as well. Unless actually it's either those gonna be those two guys or Fofana. That's who I think should get that nod at that position. And then Gusto at the right back for the first 3 games because Reese is going to be suspended, and then Petrovic's just starting goal. That's what I think should happen. I'm excited to see what happened. I'm excited to see Christian Nkunku in full. Hopefully we can see Fofana. I'm excited to see Reese back after the hamstring surgery and back after the suspension. I'm excited for Colwell as well. I'm excited for all these guys to finally get back healthy, and we got a new set piece manager, taker coming in, or a coach coming in. We got a new medical staff hopefully coming in. A lot of exciting things happening at Chelsea FC. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. I'm excited to see what exactly. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see what y'all think about this video. And yeah, it's been Beyond the Blues. Peace.